Test, test. Hey guys, how we doing? I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Sorry guys, I'm slowly learning. Alright, can everybody hear me? Hoping so, because honestly, can't really tell. Alright. Shay, if you could check the TikTok for me and let me know if that's going to be live or not. And I'm going to have Noah. Hey, Noah! Noah, check.
Is it on the mentorship photography page?
Huh?
Is it on the mentorship photography page?
Yeah. Can you check the Skool to see if you have audio, please?
Check the what?
Skool, my Skool account. See if you have audio for the live I just did.
Video?
No, for the live. I'm on live right now with it, so I'm just
Yeah,
trying.
there's audio on TikTok.
There is. Is it bad?
No.
For the live I just did. No, for the live. I'm on live right now with it, so I'm just
Yeah,
trying.
there's audio on TikTok.
There is. Is it bad? Is there a lot? Is there audio on? Okay, cool. All right. That's what I was worried about. Is it? All right. Let me ask you this. No, for the live. I'm on live right now with it. So I'm just trying. Is there still audio? Is it bad? Is there a lot? Is there audio on? Okay, cool.
Do you even check on TikTok still, or are you asking Noah?
Both.
Both is muted.
All right.
Just muted.
All right, let me ask you this. See, I'm trying to figure out how to unmute. Because I'm showing a video of YouTube. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm streaming to YouTube and then sharing my screen of YouTube onto.
Yeah, so just mute yours. So you would join.
I'm showing a video of YouTube. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm streaming to YouTube and then Weird, sharing
right?
my screen of YouTube. Oh yeah, it's confusing as heck.
So when I do that stuff, I have two separate things. I go live on my phone, and then
Well, yeah, I'm on
join
Streamlabs,
I'll
though.
join on the Skool, and then
But I have Streamlabs, so I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Skool really. But I just don't. I couldn't find the stream code for Skool, so I was trying to figure out a way around
they
it.
don't have. You can't stream. You can't.
No, it says you can. It's just got to find the RTMP or something like that. But it's not
So I'm on YouTube, TikTok,
being
and
nice.
Skool really, but I just don't. I couldn't find the stream code for Skool.
You said the RT.
Something like that.
No, it says you can. It's just got to find the RTMP.
But I can go like this and it'd just be a little bit behind. So. There we go.
don't see why you don't just go live on your computer and screen share. Because you want to go live for everything else,
Yeah, I want to go live on TikTok and stuff too.
and you can't screen share there and go live at the same time.
Right. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Plus, it gives, like, I'm trying to do a just a little preview
Yeah,
of all.
right now it allows native live streaming. It doesn't allow Streamlabs to pick it up.
Yeah.
That's
So.
that's confusing the way you're doing it.
Can you hear me at all, or no?
I'm not on your live right now.
Well, can you? Why would you not be on my live? Can,
Because I was looking for stuff up.
so check now. I'm pretty sure it won't match up as far as my mouse goes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
But it doesn't match up.
It's not terrible. It's not.
Okay, real quick. I feel like I'm echoing on your phone.
Well, I'm in the room with you.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Listen. So you can't hear me at all like this. You can't hear the screen or anything.
No. You gotta do it on both.
Yeah, I just don't know how to unmute the screen. Like the screen share, I don't know how to unmute it.
I mean, it's not echoing for you when you talk on here, so it's not. I'd recommend you just keep them both unmuted.
Okay,
Just echoing because I'm in the room.
gotcha. How do I do this? There it is. Well, there's the dogs. Hey, Victoria, hey, Keegan, how y'all doing? We'll just let it go like this, I guess. All right, guys. So, something new here. So we're working out the kinks. You can turn yours down a little bit, Shay, if you don't mind. So we're working out the kinks here a little bit. Just trying to get everything right as far as the Streamlabs and stuff go. And I miss you guys too, guys. Miss y'all too. So we are doing our best to figure it all out. All right, so this is what we're doing. So today, just doing some editing, kind of like going through some stuff, composites, that sort of stuff, just trying to see what we can create. This senior, they gave me pretty much creative free reign on this. So we're gonna check it out and see if we can create something kind of cool. I had a cityscape idea in mind, a ruined city, almost like Matrix style, because it kind of looks like, you know, Morbius, except for, you know, not being, anyway. But I was going to check it out and see if we can make it kind of look the way I want it to for this particular metal print that the family had ordered. So that's what we're hoping to accomplish here. But who knows? Who knows? Alright, so very first thing I want to do is I'm going to select the subject. So we're going to go to Photoshop, select, and we got to make sure that's select subject. Alright, and I'm going to do a Control Command I. I'm on Mac. I'm sorry, Command Shift I. Apologize. I'm on Mac, so I wanted to select the inverse of it, and then we're going to mask it off. Oh, wrong one. Well, I guess it didn't. There we go. We're going to mask it off. All right. So this is kind of like what I was wanting, just to give it like a beginning point, you know, to it all. But I want to, of course, I want to fit them in there halfway decently. And then we'll work on shading and color matching and all that kind of stuff, to make sure that the picture actually goes with, you know, the feel that we're wanting to create. And I'm going to use a couple different layers and stuff like that to kind of like make it flow. Right now, this is too blue for me. Okay, it's way too blue. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the hue on that one a little bit and I might drop the saturation down. Probably might help me out a little bit. Not with that one. But I enjoy composites. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. 23 years experience as a photographer. Just doing, you know, fun things. You know, seniors, weddings, that sort of stuff. So that's what this is actually a senior picture. And if you're interested in photography, please check out our school. There is a link in the description on the video. It will take you directly to our school account. It's a free account for most of the programs, or for most of the classes and stuff of that nature. I am definitely a mirrorless camera person. I started out with film though, so it's you know, it's been a long ride. So I started out with medium format, or started out with 35mm, and then went to medium format of a Maya 645, and then when the digital SLRs came out, you know, so I've photographed all of them, but right now mirrorless is the best. That's all there is to it. They're pretty impressive. So we shoot with the Sony A1. Yeah, it's good. It's a good, you know, especially if you're gonna do like lives and stuff. It's really good to hook up to your thing key again, like really good. And if you guys don't mind, share the stream out for anyone else that's watching. You know, share the stream out. You know, whatever y'all can do helps to get us, you know, noticed. I'd appreciate it greatly. All right, so obviously that doesn't look like he belongs there. All right. So my goal is to make it look like he belongs there. I want it to look as if he's in this picture, okay? Alright, so I just made a copy of it because I'm going to do a color overlay. I'm going to make it black. And then I'm going to go in here and go into edit, and we're going to do a transform. And I'm going to do a warp probably, just to be able to control. Probably not going to do that. Let's do this. Let's do edit, transform, and we're going to flip vertically. And then we're going to go edit, transform, perspective. We're going to move that perspective this way. All right. And then we're going to go edit, transform, warp. And the light source is coming from this direction here, if you can see my cursor. So obviously the shadow is going to come kind of in front of him, so you can see the little light right there. So what I want to do, like I said, I'm just trying to make that shadow to where it makes sense where he's at. Like so. And honestly, I'm not too worried about the integrity of the image that's been cloned, because I'm going to do something different in the background of it, or that's been copied over, you know. And I'm probably going to end up having to do this on this particular image. So now that I have that cloned, all right, I'm going to go back to that layer, and I'm going to do a filter, and we're going to blur that out real good. So I'm going to do a Gaussian blur. And I want it to keep the look, you know what I'm saying, but I don't want it to keep I don't want it to be so straight, because obviously if you see on the rain level there, right about there looks good, I think. You can go back in and touch it up, you know, like I'm gonna delete this mask though. Delete it. Back in here. Right here, I'm going to take some of that mask off. Alright, so you can see just by adding that shadow in there, we've already connected him into the scene, but the coloration's still off, okay? Alright, so the coloration's still off on him. So what we need to do now is we're going to have to figure out a way to put that coloration on him that's going to accent that blue. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a select subject. Let's go ahead and select the subject again. All right, and now I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm gonna go and label this one subject coloration. All right, so we got subject coloration right there. And then I'm just going to select a color from this background here. I don't want to go too dark, because if I go too dark, it's going to create a too dark thing. And I'm going to go to color. I'm going to try color out. So a lot of times I'll switch that out a lot. So I'm going to try. Keegan, it's like a monthly subscription thing. It's called Skool, Skool, and basically there's different tiers according to what things that you're wanting, and we're just going to go over a whole bunch of different things. From right now, this is Photoshop and Lightroom composites, or a Lightroom workflow, and then we'll go through outdoor photography and indoor photography and studio and lighting and all that kind of stuff on different variations. So depending on what tier you are, it depends on how much you want per month. But it's like I think it starts at like $9. But you're able to go through and have access. It's just a freebie for those that are on the Skool account. This is just us kind of teaching and trying to let people know what we know. So so I'm going to take that subject coloration, and I'm going to grab that blue again that I want. I'm going to go right here with this blue right here, and I'm just going to color over him just a little bit like this. All right, and I'm going to do it just a little bit deeper too, because and I know you're probably thinking, what in the world? But I'll show you a reason. I'll show you here in a second why I'm doing it that way. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm gonna do. Let's do. Just looking at the different blending options. All right, so it's looking like soft light might be my best bet on this one. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna add a mask. Once we add the mask, of course, that's gonna mask off them or him, and I'm gonna add a little bit. I'm gonna take some away from the mask. So I'm gonna go to his face. Because I like what it's done to the chair. I'm actually gonna make the chair a little bit deeper. Just a little bit more on that. Very good. All right, I'm also going to go back in, add another mask. I'm going to do a coloration. So we're going to go to color, and I'm going to do a deeper, like a almost not quite black but grayish color, like probably like right around there, with a little bit of warmth though. So we're gonna go right here, almost to the brownish kind of gray, right, kind of color, like darker right there. And I want to go in here because I don't like how this light is contradiction. All right, so we're gonna go right in here, and we're gonna change the color of this chair right here. And I know I'm catching the side of it a little bit, but that's okay, because I'll be able to go back in and take that off here in a second. It's just being consistent around the edges here. We want the image to be cool. Like, we want it to have a cool tone to it. Okay, we also have a whole bunch of free, like, courses too, like just basic stuff to help you on your photographic journey. All right, so we're gonna go there. Now I'm gonna take this mask here, move it up to this, and see how that just took all that away. There's still some right here that we're gonna get rid of right there. There we go. There we go. All right. So that gives me a better chair to work with, I think. All right, so now I'm gonna go into my art folder here. You guys probably won't be able to see that because I have it set up where you can't. I'm gonna also check my see if there's any other messages on YouTube or anything like that. And there is not. Seems that my school is frozen up, so let's see. There we go. My school froze up on me. All right, so here we go. We're going to go back here to art folder. I've got a collection of textures that I've had for a long time, so we're gonna go through those and see if I can find anything that I like. Now, I like the idea of this one because it gives it that broken kind of thing. Very tough, very masculine. I like that one a lot. I do like the grunge idea too, though. Let's go and download that one just in case. See, I like this grunge and that one, but I don't like the coloration on it. Maybe I can change that. So let's do that. Let's do this grunge here. And like I said, this part of it is I'm actually just changing the texture of the image, not just the background, but also the subject. And what that's doing is that's allowing us to like make it more believable. Make it more together. I mean, when you're working with composites, there's always going to be that touch of fantasy in it. At least on my stuff there is. You can see it went over the shadow or under the shadow, and I don't want that. So we're gonna go to the grunge, and now we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna check out some different variations. I'm probably gonna go with soft light there, maybe overlay. All right, so now it's there. Instead of selecting anything, I'm actually going to do like a 60% brush, and I'm going to brush some of this off. So eventually he'll be completely brushed off, but we don't want the sky to be brushed. So now that we have that, we're going to go back to that art folder and get that blue grunge that I had before. We're going to pop that on there. And I'm going to keep the vignette. I want to keep that intact. So I'm going to unlock the perspective of it and pull it aside here. Just a little bit bigger than the image, so it kind of brings it in together. There we go. And we go to soft light. Looks good. And I'm going to adjust the opacity. And then I'm going to do a mask on that. So it's starting to kind of form into what we want. It's starting. All right. So I'm going to go into my history. Before I do this, I'm going to the history, and I'm going to go and take a snapshot of that. So that way I can go and revert back to that, because that's a really good starting point. Because I'm getting ready to do the biggest sin in photography, and that's merge all my layers real quick. But we have a snapshot of what it was before. So I'm gonna merge my layers. And feeling is blowing me up. There's no way she did not poop. I think my dog has got like sincere gas right now, and she is blowing me up right now. Like, I mean, it is like, wow. My eyes are watering. Like, my eyes are honestly watering. That's how crazy it is over here at the house. Like, my eyes are going crazy. Alright, so let's take a look here. We're going to go here. And very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up into, I like the Twilight Chill, but let's see what it does. So I use the Greater Than Gatsby collection. Alright, it does okay. It takes a little bit away from what I'm wanting, the kind of feel I'm wanting to. Now composition, that will definitely, yeah, see that definitely works a lot with it. But once again, I'm gonna edit that out a little bit. I'm gonna pull that back just a hair. All right. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take away from him a little bit, as far as the reality of him. Like, so right now it's a real picture that's, you know, of him that we've taken from. And it's not going to match the back because the back's not, you know, real. I didn't do a realism kind of, you know, cityscape. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a paintlery effect. And you can get all these by Greater Than Gatsby. They're all amazing. That's probably the best collection I found in 23 years is the Greater Than Gatsby collection. They're truthfully amazing. But we're going to go into the paintlery. And we're going to do a light paint one. So let's do a clean contrast. Let's do Blake and see what it looks like, okay? All right. We're going to paint off face a little bit, about 30% the body, and keep that background doing what it's doing, except for this. We're going to bring that up. And then we're we're just going to follow that vignette out a little bit. Okay. And remember, we still have that first shot. If it's, you know, if it's needed, we still have it there to go back to, which is good. And now we're going to go over to add the real paint on it, which is going to be a light paint, light contrast. Actually, let's do light paint, no contrast. It's already got a lot of contrast on it as it is. Flatten the image. There we go. So now if you zoom in, you can see it's a painted texture. Okay. So now that he has the painted texture, it's slowly starting to blend in. All right. So let's go back to the very beginning. So we've turned this, all right, into this. All right. So that's where we're at right now. Yeah. So we've got a little bit of that painted texture going on there. And I'm going to take a little bit of that off in the face. Oopsie. Excellent. There you go. Filter. So let's duplicate this a little bit. Filter to gallery. And we're just looking at different filters that we could probably, you know, possibly put on to create the look that we're wanting to create. And that's definitely not one. Yeah, that's not one. Let's try Hey, thanks, Keegan. I appreciate it. All right, so now the tricky part. All right, so I'm going to take this image, I'm going to save it as a JPEG, a high resolution JPEG. All right, on my desktop. Come on, lose it. Take that image, I'm going to throw it in the Lightroom. So once in Lightroom, we're going to go to develop. I'm going to take that very image, okay, and I'm going to drop that. I'm going to jump that clarity way up. We're going to make it HDR. All right. So I'm doing the clarity and the texture way up. All right. And then I'm going to do the dehaze up until I get the coloration I want for the depths. I'm going to drop down the highlights because I really don't want any of those. Like that. I'm going to drop down the shadows, bring it more deep in there. We'll drop the whites down. Because this one's just to outline, you know, the details, kind of give it like an HDR effect, you know. Back up here, library. We're gonna export that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna open that up. I'm gonna edit that one. No, it's just gonna let me export it. So important to name all your files, guys. So you know which one you're dealing with, and then when you go back to order, it makes it a lot easier, I'm telling you. We don't want any limitations on this on the file size. We want the same size we had before. There, and we're going to go grab that image from our desktop. All right, land it right on top there. Now we're gonna play with the overlays or the blending options. Okay. And we're just partially bringing back flesh tones and hair and hands. Maybe a little detail on his tie. By keeping everything else super grainy, super contrasty. Just that way when it's print on the metal, you're going to have the contrast of both of those, and it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be a gorgeous print. It's going to look really good. Yep, just like that. There we are. So we took this, turned it into halfway through was that, and our final product is that. Okay, so we composited it. We took 2 pictures, created into one. That is what a composite is. It's all about blending, all about understanding, color, what you want to do with the color, what your idea of what you put together. All of that, all that's included in what we just did. So you can see I've done this quite a few times. Just having fun, guys. Just trying to see what else. You gotta play around, otherwise you just don't even know what you can do. But anyway, so we're gonna save that. That's the final product. That's what I'll show to the client for their approval for their metal composite. So that is ridiculously awesome. So this is the name of the Skool channel. This is Portrait Photography Academy by Matt J Photography. So check that out. There we have free programs. We've got paid one-on-one instructions. We've got all sorts of stuff we're gonna go through. We will be doing lives on both TikTok and on Instagram and YouTube, like we are right now. So if you have any questions, if you're interested in learning more, please do not hesitate to reach out and check it out, because it's going to be a lot of fun, big learning processes, lots of information that I've got to share with everybody. It's going to be a blast. So thank you guys for joining. I will be ending the stream now, and we appreciate you guys tuning in to either Skool, YouTube, or TikTok for this first time event. We'll get all the bugs worked out eventually. So God bless y'all, and see you later.